being interested. We're delighted to be in Orlando, the basketball capital of the world right now. A perfect city to host an all-star game with all things good. From the hotels to the golf courses to the spectacular Amway Center. There's no better building in the world. And we're delighted to be here. And to answer the question from Orlando, we look forward to coming back, but I can't say when. I want to give a big thank you to the DeVos family for all they've meant to Orlando, starting with Rich DeVos. I want to thank Alex Martins and the entire organization. The team here at the Magic has, done wonders working with us to make this a memorable all-star event. The mayor, Buddy Dyer, of the city of Orlando, and Mayor Teresa Jacobs of Orange County have been as supportive as is possible, and those are thank yous that we have to give. We've had a great all-star week so far. In addition to last night's celebrity game and Rising Star, BBVA Rising Star Challenge, Rising Stars competition, we had the two highest ratings in the history of those events, which is really keeping track with what's been going on this season in terms of all indexes are great with respect to attendance, with respect to ratings, with respect to sales, with respect to column inches, blogs, you name it, instant messaging, tweets, likes, and YouTube videos. Everything is good. But during this week, it's been particularly rewarding for us to see what's been going on with the NBA Cares Caravan, the opportunity to to work with the with the Coalition for the Homeless, to work with rebuilding the homes that we rebuilt yesterday, to work with Kaboom in rebuilding our playground, all kinds of very intense stuff that was joined in by our all-stars, by our players, by our legends, and by our guests who had the opportunity to be at the Technology Summit, which was one of our best, dealing with a subject near and dear to our hearts, which is the advances in digital that are going to bring us even closer to our fans. And talking about fans, we have fans who are going to see this game in 15 countries and territories and 45 languages. We expect over 1,800 media at All-Star, 336 of them from international media, with loads broadcasting live right here. We expect 16 TV and radio networks here. We've had a good season so far. We would like it to have been a little longer, but it couldn't be. We had this thing called a lockout, but the recovery has been spectacular for us, and the results of the collective bargaining agreement with the expected leveling of the playing field and the ability for well-managed teams to both compete more than our teams have had the opportunity to compete by some combination of the hugely enhanced revenue sharing and the much larger luxury tax. So we're thinking that we're in for a treat over the years as this situation continues to improve. And there are lots of storylines here, but you've all been writing about them differently and in good ways as with respect to who's going to win where. Can the new teams do it? Can some of the more veteran teams come back? And some great stories in cities that haven't always been the center of focus for great stories. And that's been fun for us too. I guess that's it. What did I leave out?
Got it all.
Got it all. Okay. Adam gave me the note cards. I tried to get what he told me to say, and here we are. We're happy to take any questions.
Second row here, Brian.
Brian Schmitz from the Orlando Sentinel. David, for teams that are caught in a Dwight Howard situation, where they might have to trade him. Would the league ever consider offering more compensation, say a top 5 draft pick?
No.
How come?
Why should we?
Well, because when you lose a marquee player, and often you do not get value in return.
Well, you have a choice. You know, as I've said many times, we think. Okay, Ed.
That's
Actually, let me say, we have a system. We have a system that was made. We have a system that has a draft that basically tells a player where he's going to play in this league when he's drafted, and a further system that has a huge advantage to the team that has him, so that our players could play for 7 years in the team they didn't choose. And we think that's a system, but not a prison. And the idea for the team is to manage to a certain place, make it as easy as possible to retain the player, or have the ability to pay him considerably more, like $30 million more than any other team can pay him, or trade him and turn that into value. We've had teams do that for a long time. I'm old enough to remember Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and assorted others who desired to go someplace else. But I'm sure Dwight will make a good and wise decision.